Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is in beta, and it's kind of beautiful. I love this game because it's fun. And today I want to talk about how the fun has been sucked out of games for me. Worse than maybe ever before the past 12 months. I don't know if it's a COVID thing. I don't know if it's a I'm 30 years old thing. I don't know if it's the releases we got this year thing. But man, oh man, do I struggle to play games for fun anymore. What's going on, everybody? It's GhostRobo. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you're enjoying the beta if you're playing. This is VIP Escort, a mode that, I mean, it's an okay mode, but I just kind of went ham here and just took absolutely everybody out. So I want to share this gameplay with you because, like, wow, it was a rare chance where I hopped in, played for an hour and a half, and I actually had a really nice game. It was almost top of the leaderboard, I think. Also, there's Gabe, my good friend. I'm going to pick him up and save his butt. Anyhow, I love video games since I was 4 years old. I still love them. I played so much before I started YouTube. Like, I want you guys to understand how hardcore I was into this, even before it was my, quote, job or my, like, day-to-day thing. I had all the magazines as a kid. You know, I would read reviews as soon as the internet became a thing online. I watched all the shows. You know, I was a big 1UP fan. I was super into EGM and Nintendo Power and all that. And once I gained the ability to kind of have my own money and utilize eBay and things of that sort, I did whatever it took to be able to play 80, 90, 100 games a year. I'm telling you, like, as a 17, 18, 19-year-old, I was playing 70, 80, 90 games a year. Look at that jazz, man. Because I would get games, I would sell them after I played them and beat them. Made my collection sad, but hey, playing games was better to me than having them on a shelf. And I would utilize, like, hey, if Target had a buy 2 get 1 free, I'd buy the 3 games, sell them all for like a little bit, $50, so it's a little bit of a discount, but you're still making money off it, right? You buy 2 get 1 free, that's $120. You sell them each for $50 online, so people are saving $10. It's $150. You made $30. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you use that $30 towards your next game, and it just kind of all snowballs. Also, back in the day, Kmart had this fantastic system when they were about to go out of business, where they gave a $20 gift card with pretty much every game purchase. So you'd buy a bunch of games, get these $20 gift cards, and it would, again, just snowball. Anyhow, I loved it so much. I would play everything on every system. And for years, I maintained that with YouTube, and it became even more fun because it was like, here I am commentating these games, doing the walkthroughs. People are enjoying it. I'm making money. I'm getting views. People are having fun. They respect me, and they enjoy my entertainment, and I'm liking it, and making friends. And it hit a certain point where then, like, I started viewing games solely as what would yield a good YouTube video. Right? What games would make for good walkthroughs? What games would people be interested to see on YouTube? What games would be appealing for new fans, for old fans? What games had I already kind of established myself as like a big player in that genre? And that's fine and that's fun, and for a long time it was okay, but it started to really peel away at my natural love for the games themselves. I would say that I'm a person that I like almost talking about games and reading about games and hearing about games more than playing them. And that sounds really weird, but let me break it down for you. Like, the hype and the anticipation and the detail and the shared experience of the games, like podcasts and Twitter conversations and friend conversations, that to me is so fun. I'm a communicative, extroverted person that loves people. I would rather be around people than watch a show, read a book, play a game. So the conversation aspect, and maybe some of you relate, let me know in the comments down below. The conversation aspect and the enthusiasm aspect is so fun, like the hype of E3 and getting excited for a new console and the discussion around a big game. That to me might be the best part, the shared just joy of it, right? The humanity of it. But I feel like I've loved playing the games less and less over time. And I think part of it, like, it's this multi-piece puzzle, right? It's like a pizza. There's so many ingredients. One, it's because I started viewing games as a means to an end versus the sheer end of it all, right? The fun of it. It was like, I played Dead Space because I wanted to play Dead Space. I played BioShock because I wanted to play BioShock. Eventually, it was like, okay, I'll play Dead Space 3 because I want to play Dead Space 3, but also I know people will like it, and I'll do a face cam, and it just gets messy. I think for anybody, what you do as your job or your day-to-day, it starts to deteriorate the purity of it. And I wonder, even for like NBA players or professional athletes, if their joy of the sport does get reduced a bit by it being an obligation, a requirement, a necessity, a day-to-day. For the most part, it's super fun, but in specifically this way, like, games, I'm not as the appeal of playing them directly just to play them isn't there as much. Now, if it's my favorite franchise, like if Bioshock 4 comes out, boom, I'm all over that. A new Nintendo title, I'm all over that. And Animal Crossing has interestingly been a really great example of something that I play because it does make for great content, but it also really allows for me to, just dig into a game and do weird stuff and be goofy and have fun, and it kind of pulls the childlike wonder of the game, which I really appreciate. The other piece of the puzzle is that games have kind of, in a lot of ways, gone away from why I originally liked them. And if we look at, like, the last two generations in particular, 360 PS3 and Xbox One PS4, like, those are, to me, like, my most formative gaming years, because it honestly occupied the last, like, 16 plus years of my life, right? So that's, like, from, like, 13, 14 to 30 is these two generations. And that's where I really, like, hardcore fell in love with games, had, like, epiphany moments with Bioshock, started my YouTube channel, been doing that for 10 years. And my favorite thing all along was campaign-based games, single-player storylines, set-piece-driven adventures. And this generation, in particular the last couple of years, it's really become about how can we extend, how can we replicate, how can we drag experiences on to be 100 hours long so that players want to play for a ton of hours. And there's nothing that per se wrong about that. It just doesn't match up with what I love most. And we absolutely eviscerated the opponent here, which I do like that. I gotta say, I'm pretty competitive. And COD is just like, it's fun because I play it because I want to. Every year I say I'm gonna get into the multiplayer. Last year I adored the Modern Warfare campaign, and I did post that on YouTube, but it still was a ton of fun. Didn't really have a chance to get into multiplayer because, like, again, anytime something doesn't yield YouTube videos, it feels like it's not worth it, and that's like a really sad, bad mentality. You get kind of addicted to productivity, and if it's not purposeful, it somehow loses meaning or loses enjoyment, and like I find myself not really able to just have fun. So like getting this nice 601 little game here, pretty fantastic, nearly top of the leaderboard. I'm actually going to take you to a fantastic streak in a kill confirm match where I started off horribly and then kind of put the pedal to the metal. But the other piece of the puzzle is just like, and I don't want to even like admit this or say this or have it be a thing. Yes, like it being your job kind of, I think, hurts the natural enjoyment of things. Yes, this generation kind of going, in my opinion, less fun directions and trying to be this like, everything's just like homogenized. It all feels the same. Everybody's trying to just like be as massive as possible. Big games, big worlds, big audiences. Let's just make as much of a mark and as much money as possible. Like, there are obviously great titles like Last of Us 2 that really did hook me and engage me, and I hope that Cyberpunk is one with its unique setting, its incredible attention to detail, storytelling that meets great gameplay. Like, I hope that's one that can really captivate. But the other piece of the puzzle is like, I've been playing games for a long time. And I'm just getting older. Like, 30 is not super old, but like some part of me wonders if I just will never enjoy them in the same way because of my age. And I don't even want to say that because it sounds so boring and lame, and I'm determined that not to be a cause. But like, I've been playing video games for 26 years. I've seen a lot. I've played literally hundreds and hundreds. Thanks to the amazing opportunities and blessings of YouTube, I got to play so many games early. I have access to so much, and I think at some level, maybe that overexposure kind of has diluted things a little bit. And it's not, it's not bad per se, because it does open a lot of other interesting conversations and ideas and just ways of looking at things. But I do think this guy was such a freaking pest. This was such a silly interaction here. This engagement, so frustrating. I don't know how I goofed it up, but I think it is good that we're about to hit a new generation. Like, it's coming at the perfect time for me. I feel burnt out. I feel like I'm not having as much fun, and now we're going to get the biggest injection of enthusiasm we can, which is brand new consoles, beautiful new visuals. What the heck? How did I not get that guy? And a bunch of new games. And yes, we are going to be dealing with a cross-gen murkiness for at least a year or so, but hopefully eventually it really does come into its own. And some of the visuals we're seeing out of Miles Morales and NBA 2K21 are fantastic. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. 4 weeks until that. It's going to be amazing. But let me know in the comments down below if you've experienced any sort of gaming burnout, times where they become less fun, how you've gotten out of it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. I'm going to get back to the beta because it is just straight up fun. Hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. I love you a lot. And until next time, everybody, we're going to wrap this match because after that streak, it kind of went back to bad and our team got absolutely eviscerated. You don't need to see that. You don't need to see that at all. But you do need to drink some hot chocolate. And until next time, everybody, thanks again. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We will see you all later.